What is up, YouTube? It's Ayabo, SmackNPie. We are finally back after like what, 3 decades, 4 millennials? It has been so long, and I would like to apologize. You know what? I'm just gonna clear the air right now. Where the heck have I been? Ignore the IRL stuff. I have been busy watching Attack on Titan. Probably the most peak show out there. Probably the most peakest of the peak. Like, it's so peak, you can't even peak. That's how peak it is. And it took me a while to get over after the ending, the epic finale that it was. But that was in the past. I needed some time off for that. Now I'm watching Death Note. But you guys don't care about that stuff, alright? We are here finally. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, we are here. Some brand new teasers and some good stuff. So without wasting any more time, let us jump into it. Bam, I told y'all. I told you over like what, last 12 to 20 videos, I'm only bringing bangers, ladies and gentlemen. What you're seeing on your screens, ladies and gentlemen, are the brand new Super Dark Deception Chapter 2 Joy Gang teasers, ladies and gentlemen. The first one is a brand new pose that these suckers are doing. We have not seen them use this pose in the freaking Frog of the Link Look, which was Dark Deception Chapter 4. And in the other one, we can see them in the gameplay 4. I'm really excited for it. Not gonna lie to you, my hype for the Super Dark and Joy Gang level has increased just a little bit. But it's still not up to the excitement level that I have for the new cutscenes that we're gonna get. Also, is Joykill getting a revamped boss fight? Speaking of which, bam! Bro, why y'all keep on underestimating ya boy? Bringing y'all heat after heat. What? Look at this. This is Joykill, ladies and gentlemen, from upcoming Dark Deception Enhanced Plus and Chapter 5. Actually, we don't know about Chapter 5 because it's going to be the same design that's going to be used in Chapter 5, but we know it's going to be the design used in Dark Deception Enhanced Plus. Why am I saying it's Dark Deception Enhanced Plus and not Chapter 5? Because the OST, this term that has been used in the OST, it shows the Dark Deception logo, not Chapter 5 logo. It could have easily used Chapter 5 logo, but it's using Enhanced Plus. Well, it's actually not Enhanced Plus, it's Dark Deception logo, so one would have to wonder, okay, it's going to be similar across the spectrum for both Enhanced Plus, and if Joykill were to return, which he is supposed to return in Chapter 5, it's going to be designed. That's also Nightmare / Frenzy mode, a new one. I like this. I like this because now looking back at the original one, the base one, kind of looks a little off, not gonna lie to you. It kind of looks vanilla. Not anything wrong with vanilla, you know, I like vanilla. I like vanilla ice cream. But here, after comparing it, because now we know we can get something better, that's why we're complaining. That's a human nature. It's wrong. We all should be doing that. Where the freaking fuck am I going? Let's change the subject real quick. Bam. Okay, this one is a little old. It's a few weeks old, but hey, I'm just returning. So for those who y'all missed it, here you go. Dark Deception Enhanced Plus, first ever official gameplay. I've got so much to say about this stuff. First things first, the fog. The fog has returned, ladies and gentlemen. So one can finally hope that, Mascot Mayhem is gonna get that freaking fucking looking like which was the Silent Hill fog for the Zone 1 of Mascot Mayhem. We are honestly this close to getting peak Attack. Me watching Attack on Titan peak, then we're gonna get peak in Mascot Mayhem for Dark Deception Enhanced Plus. Are we eating good or what, ladies and gentlemen? Also, one more addition that I liked. One of you guys noticed on the Twitter that when Monkey spotted us, there was an effect that was added. There was an effect that was added that adds a new layer and intensity. So something intense has just happened. You know when you get attacked, it has happened in a lot of psychological horror, even I would like to say, but most likely in some psychological and survival horror, right? Where if you're doing a stealth mission, right, and an enemy spots you, you get the ding, a ding, and then the effect on the screen to do this cue to the player that, hey, you have been spotted. Same thing is happening here. So I'm excited to see how this is going to be implemented, not just across the first Chapter 4's levels, but also if we're actually going to get to see this being implemented on a larger scale in Chapter 5, because we know there are some stealth missions and stealth levels in Dark Deception Chapter 5. So I'm really super duper excited for it. Now let's talk about, we all know it's August, so we have to talk about Tokyo Game Show 2025. Dark Deception Glossy Entertainment is actually returning this year, once again, for Dark Deception, or I should say Galostic Entertainment booth. Of course, House 2 is going to be there. Well, I think it's not confirmed, so one would have to just wait for official word on that. But before we talk about the stuff, there are 3 things that Vince said. First things first, that there are still surprises for later. Because, ladies and gentlemen, Vince revealed that the leading up to the days of Tokyo Game Show could be the Tokyo Game Show week in and of itself. It was real confirmed that Super Dark Deception Chapter 2 is actually this close to release. And actually now it makes sense for those of you who are asking, yo, where the freaking fuck is look Chapter 2 of Super Dark Deception? Vince, you've promised us months ago. Well, now it makes sense because they've been, cooking up to the Tokyo Game Show. And actually, I kind of forgot that they're gonna have a booth. And then Mr. Mister, shout out to Mr. Mister, one of the great Dark Decision content creators. You should check him out if you haven't already. He reminded me that, hey, there is an official booth this year as well at Tokyo Game Show. So, Super Dark Deception Chapter 2 is actually going to release. We are this close to playing the peak, ladies and gentlemen. But also, Dark Deception Chapter 5 Teaser 02. We're just eating good, ladies and gentlemen. We're so blessed. It's not even funny, ladies and gentlemen, at this point. All of our years of patience is finally paying off. Really put into perspective of how far we've come is when I get comments when people say, last time I was here, from a viewer perspective, is when Chapter 4 had dropped. Or I have not seen this channel in like years. It really puts into perspective how far we as SmackNPie have come, like how far we've come. Whoa, where are we going with these emotional stuff? I'm so excited for Teaser 2. I know it's going to be a banger one, and also we're also going to get Monsters Immortal skins. It's around 60 plus pack. Monsters Immortal fans should be excited for it. Me personally, I have been off Monsters Immortals bandwagon for like a good few months. I have to get back to Monsters Immortals grind. But yeah, for those of you who are looking forward to it, there you go. But then Vince said that even with Chapter 2 dropping very soon, even with Chapter 5 Teaser 02, even Monsters Immortals new skins, he said he still has big announcements coming. He said there are still surprises for later that will be revealed. And he added that for those ambassadors, Dark Deception ambassadors, like for those who are, making content for Dark Deception, for those who attend Tokyo Game Show, they're also going to have special perks. So I sit here and wonder, right? The biggest thing at the moment was Chapter 5 Teaser 02, Super Dark Deception Chapter 2. The release of Super Dark Deception Chapter 2 and the Teaser 02 for Chapter 5. What could be bigger than that? What could be bigger than these two at the point where Vince has casually revealed that we're going to get Chapter 2 of Super Dark Deception, we're going to get Chapter 5 Teaser 02, but then there's still more surprises to come? Surprises bigger? I don't know, man. I am excited. I'm excited, and hopefully now I am back, ladies and gentlemen, for good. I know this 2025 year has been up and down. I've had so many returns of so many gunners and whatnot, but yeah, I'm here, ladies and gentlemen, and I will be reporting every single thing. Wow, I've yapped enough, ladies and gentlemen, but this yap was deserved, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you who are still here watching it through from the beginning till the end, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Just know that I appreciate it. Alright, I don't think I've said this enough on this channel. Know, ladies and gentlemen, that you watching this, I appreciate it, and I am grateful for the opportunity that I have, for the platform that I've been given, that I've been blessed with, and I take this very seriously while simultaneously trying to have fun as well. But yeah, okay, enough sappy stuff. Alright, tell me your thoughts about Attack on Titan down in the comments below. We could do some anime stuff for the channel. I've just recently got back into anime, watching Death Note, and I have some other suggestions by you guys. So do give me some suggestions, right? I think Attack on Titan is peak, but if you think there is something better than Attack on Titan out there, let me know down in the comments below. I'll watch it at my own pace, of course, an episode or two per day, or episode per 2 days. I don't know, the IRL stuff really gets to you sometime. Susu for more 100k, ladies and gentlemen. It's gonna be a tight one. Why the heck am I still yapping? Susu for 100k. I'll see you in the next one.